voice in the back of the room. How's everyone doing tonight?
Well, no one's here. um, yeah, JR, carry it for a second. I gotta get the link that we sent to everybody. We sent the wrong link again this week. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get it fixed over here. Um, every week's a progress.
Yeah. How's the voice in the back of the room tonight?
JR, we're live on your channel.
Are you kidding me?
No, your channel worked. It was the one that was saved in there.
That's
It's a different link though because we had to reboot up. Um, yeah, we had a lot of people waiting inside the one that I don't know why when I do it, it works when you schedule it, but when you schedule it, we always end up doing a separate live video for the YouTube. Are you trying to re-plug into YouTube every time?
no.
Let's not do this live. Just say what you were doing this week. How was your week?
Oh, good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing all right.
Okay, okay. How was your day actually?
It was nice. It was relaxing. I took a nap and worked,
Okay.
and now I'm spamming people.
And the voice in the back of the room. What kind of wine you're drinking?
I'm not drinking wine.
Yeah.
I have a Mandarin orange seltzer
Ah,
with me
Mandarin
today.
orange.
hmm
Seltzer. Never heard of that one.
I like orange seltzers. This one's Kroger brand, but I think the
Mhm.
Kroger lemon and the blackberry citrus are better. Personally, I think the Kroger blackberry citrus is life. If you like seltzer flavors and you live by a Kroger, just saying.
You've always liked seltzer. Seltzer has been your.
No. But I don't think like the seltzer waters they make now are like traditionally seltzer. Because if you hand me like seltzer, I'll still be like,
Okay.
ew. You know? I think it's more like bubbly. I think it's more like club soda, flavored club soda than seltzer, but they call it that, you know?
That makes sense.
Yeah, you should turn off the volume on your phone.
Yeah, I like the raspberry lime seltzer and
Mm-hmm.
the blackberry. I think they have blackberry.
So yeah, blackberry is life. Blackberry's where it's at.
Yeah, I like the blackberry one too. The blackberry one's a lot better. Sorry, I was outside the mic range right there. My cat was more in the mic range than I was.
Ah,
He'll meow and to his heart's content.
Yeah, he's gonna meow the whole episode. He
That's big.
feels the agitation.
That's because he was cuddling with me, and I left him to come to the show.
so I guess we got to mention it's a he, right?
It's a hit.
Yeah, you got to
Grim.
mention his name.
Grim. His
Grim.
name is Grimm, named after Benjamin Grimm, the Thing from Fantastic Four.
Ah,
Yes.
that's cool.
hmm
Do you dress him as Grim on Halloween?
I feel like if I attempted to dress him, he he wouldn't attack or anything. He's not a mean cat. He would just lay there despondently,
Hmm.
like, why would you do this to me? I thought you loved me.
Do you let
Yeah.
him go out?
No.
No, he's an
Oh, he's
indoor
an
cat.
cat.
Yeah, he wouldn't survive out there.
Oh, he's declawed.
No, he's just lazy.
Yeah, he's really lazy. He'd probably step out the door and start crying, like till all hell.
He's
Like
a-
anyone
he-
who knows Grim knows that Grim isn't walking out the front door.
He's a big fat orange cat.
Shout out to
He's-
Westy. I know
yeah.
you know Grim.
He's like Garfield.
Ah, got you. Say no more.
Yeah.
So he likes his lasagna, huh?
You know, surprisingly, he doesn't really like human food,
No, he
but
doesn't.
if you have nacho cheese, like jarred nacho cheese, he will go
Mhm.
for it. That's the only human food he'll go for.
Nacho
Yeah.
cheese.
I think we
Nacho
said
cheese.
this. We said this a couple weeks ago. We were talking about Grim. The same thing came up.
Oh my gosh,
It
because
is
he
literally
eats
deja
nacho.
vu because it was like 2 episodes ago we did
Oh,
we did this thing. Not
Sorry.
two. It was
I'll-
like-
All right.
yeah,
I didn't
It's-
remember.
yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm not concerned about it.
No, I thought he likes nacho cheese. He likes
Yeah.
it melted. He actually eats it.
He doesn't. He likes the Tostitos nacho cheese.
I don't feed it to him.
No, he'll sneak
Oh.
up and steal it. Like if you leave it somewhere, it's the
Really?
only thing that he'll go for that's human food, but he'll steal it because we don't let him.
Yeah.
Like if you leave it out, he'll come back and his head will be inside the jar.
You could leave out chicken.
What?
You could leave out shrimp. You could leave out tuna. You could leave out anything you want, and he will leave it alone. You leave out, if there's access to nacho cheese, he will steal it.
That is funny.
It's very funny. It's a very uniquely him thing.
It is. He's a really good cat. I like him a lot.
So how long you guys had him?
This is on a record, right? This is recorded, so whenever he gets mad at my cat, I could play this back to him saying,
Oh,
I like him a lot.
oh,
yeah,
okay.
she's gonna get me with that one.
I'm so... What number episode is this, so I could use it as reference?
This is episode 35, but technically right now it just says it's just a live show. There is no number,
Episode
no
35.
name, no tag, no
That's
nothing on it.
okay. I will remember episode 35. So when he's like real mad at him, I'll just be like, remember the time. And he'll be like, I don't remember this. And I'll be like, episode 35.
By the way, in
J.R.
my hand
Michael
is
and
the
the
comments
Beatguy.
for the show. I'm literally just got the comments on my phone so I can see it right in front of me. I'm not like texting or anything, guys, just so you know. I just got the comments in front of me.
Okay.
I'm just pointing out that JR's just been texting.
Oh no, I was
And
texting.
the whole time. Yeah, I get it, JR. Yeah.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I hear what she's
Yeah.
saying. So,
How's that Dr. Pepper treating you?
It's
Pseudo.
good. It's good. It's good. I haven't opened it
what is
yet.
it? Coffee Dr. Pepper, or is it the regular Dr.
It's Kroger Dr. Pepper.
fake Dr. Zero sugar.
It's store brand Dr. Pepper.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not.
Some people have issues with the brand, but hey, I like
You know, if there are some things with name brand that I do like better, but a lot of stuff I'm fine. It's just some stuff.
Yo, JR, I'm going to tell you this right now, just so you know. Your glasses are fully reflected in your phone.
Are you serious?
Yes. Your phone is fully reflected on your glasses.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
sorry.
why I've been calling you out for texting. It's
Stop
because
looking at pornography.
it's fully reflected on your phone. I get it that sometimes there's like a message going on or something. It's just that it's
No. I'm sending out.
I don't want you disclosing that information to people, and I get some that ones.
Anyway, I have good news and I have bad news.
Okay.
The good news is that I am still a hostage and forced to do the show. The bad news is that even though I wrote down that I should buy tennis balls and I reminded myself this morning to go buy tennis balls, I did forget to buy tennis balls because we were supposed to practice our grips.
Yes, we were supposed to be sitting here squeezing balls together.
Yeah.
Do you have any balls in your house, JR?
Let's see.
It's not very often you get to ask another man if he has any balls in his house. You gotta take advantage of this. Hey, everybody out there with balls in your house, please comment. If you got any balls.
There was a tennis ball, but I think my dog Nico took it because it's not here. So, or maybe my daughter.
See?
Yeah?
Your dog or your daughter took your
dog
tennis
or
ball.
your daughter.
Yeah.
But like I'm looking at my question sheet and it literally said bring tennis balls. So my bad.
I guess I got fuzzy balls. That's the comment below. Pseudo got fuzzy balls. Fuzzy balls. They call me fuzzy because my balls are fuzzy.
I literally just announced that I have no balls in this house. I even looked for Aries' toy ball.
Aries got balls.
I looked for his
that's what I was
toy
saying.
today, and I couldn't find it. It's gone. No
Really?
balls, no balls, none whatsoever.
Damn, not even Aries.
What about your cat?
Yeah.
Well, he's neutered.
Aries got
Oh.
balls. Aries isn't neutered.
Aries is not neutered.
Yeah. You be out here trying to reproduce every day.
Oh, tons of balls in my house, says Renee.
Yeah, tons of balls.
Accurate. Accurate. That one has reproduced many sons. Anyway. Ready to
Oh, it wasn't the pun, it was direct.
Oh yes. No. I agree. There's 4 male children. Anyway.
Balls.
Anyway, are we ready to get into these questions?
Yeah,
Yes.
for
Yes.
sure.
I can guarantee I can make JR laugh right now. Before we do it. Before we get into the question. One way.
Okay.
Boobies.
All right. Anyway, getting into questions.
Random.
So, how many questions do you think I brought in for today?
7.
Ooh, I
9.
brought in 8 questions. You're
Oh.
both wrong.
Ah.
You're both
Damn.
wrong. I guess we could average the difference, I suppose. Anyway, question number 1.
Number one.
How old is the oldest person in the world?
132.
No.
145.
145?
Oh, I don't know. What about in the comments? What do you think is the oldest person in the world? How old? I want to hear from you guys.
Days like that must be insane. Go check out Pseudo on my day.
No, there's a woman. I forget her name. She's 145.
145.
Or is it 114? Which one was it? Or is it a Chinese guy?
No googling.
No, I didn't Google it.
Okay.
I got a 113 here. I don't know if you guys are seeing it.
100. Okay. I will tell you, Westy, significantly closer than either of you.
Really, JR? You gotta pull out the boomstick.
Oh. So, 116.
Closer, but
109.
now.
Danielle has commented.
All right, 109. All right,
115.
115. Yeah,
115.
115.
In the
Ethel
world.
Caterham.
Ethel.
Caterham became.
Hell of a name.
She is British, and she now holds the title of the world's oldest living person, according to
Wow.
the Gerontology Research Group. 115.
Damn. What do you do? Like, what? Like, I'm bringing it back up because I did just ask this. If you're day to day at 100, anywhere past 90, what is your day to day? You just, I guess, think about, like, I don't know, what do you do? Can't really walk. What do you do, JR, at that age?
Swim.
Swim? You think that you could swim at that age?
Yeah.
Oh. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't swim so much at this age. Maybe I should wait until it's swimming age. Swimming age is above 90. Just discovered that today. You gotta wait until you're 90 to swim properly, just in case you didn't know. Get those swimming trunks on, you're above 90.
Let's
Hashtag,
see.
everyone,
She spends her time listening to classical music and tending to her garden.
Oh.
oh, classical music and attending to her garden.
Yeah.
What does she grow?
I don't know. It doesn't go that far.
Okay. She probably grows like basil and thyme and shit.
Well, I don't know about that. She lives at Hallmark Lakeview Care Home. So I don't know about like basil and thyme and all of that. I'm assuming flowers, you know.
Would you like to know what kind of cup of tea she drinks?
Yeah, I would like to know what cup of tea she drinks. JR, what cup of tea do you drink?
Earl Grey.
Oh yeah, of course you sip on some
Well, we
Earl.
are talking about somebody who's British.
She's British?
Yeah, I
Oh,
said that
okay.
before.
I
Wow.
ignored that part because I didn't want to
Oh.
acknowledge that the British have
Wow.
something better.
Hey, Renee was just saying strength. She loves that for her strength training. It's the best thing we get to anti-aging. And absolutely, we talked a bit about that last week when you were talking about your grip being a good indicator of lifespan, right? And it was getting into that. It was getting into um, just your ultimate muscle and strength training anyway. But
Yeah.
yeah, so she's 115. So let's put this in perspective. She was her birthday is August 21st, 1909.
Wow.
1909.
She was born before World War One began.
Woo.
Damn. Damn. So
Yeah.
World War One. So was she born before the car? When was it? That's close. It's very close.
I don't know.
The common use of the car was that the 1920s. What year was it again that she was born?
1909.
1909. I wonder if she was close. Close.
It was 1909. This is from Times Entertainment, okay? It literally says it was 1909, a time of horse-drawn carriages and handwritten letters.
Yup, it was before cars. Before cars. This woman lived from... Wow.
Oh, Westy's right. She'll be 116 in a few months. So she's like 115 plus 200 and some odd days, right? Like, I forget the exact amount.
That's insane.
Damn.
But like, essentially, she made history to be the oldest living person, because she hit a certain number of days, older. Yeah.
Damn.
That's insane.
I was trying to look up exactly how many days, but I'm failing. Ethel Caterham. Ethel.
Alright.
How?
Does she bake cookies?
She definitely bakes cookies. She probably bakes the best cookies. She's had the longest amount of time.
She's
to perfect that
115
recipe.
years as of May 2nd. So she's older than this now. So it said as of May 2nd, she is the oldest person alive at 115 years and 252 days. So I guess 265 days now.
Yeah. So down below, at her age, she's probably discovered the secret recipe to make the perfect cookie. Let me know your secret recipe for the perfect cookie.
Like this woman has lived.
Type the whole thing out.
This woman has lived through 2 world wars.
Yeah. Ethel's cookies.
And she's lived around the world. So apparently at the age of 18, she moved to India to work as a nanny. And she was there for 3 years. She returned to England, but she later lived in Hong Kong and Gibraltar, after marrying her husband because he was stationed there as an army major. So she's lived all over the world.
Yes. Amanda, the mass production of cars, because yes, cars were in the 1800s, but they were very expensive to use. The mass production of cars was when Ford switched it over to the production line and made it to where it was affordable to have a car.
Well, Westy said, "Gotta be hard on her knowing that much shit." Absolutely. Like, she lived through like stuff that we look at and we're like, "Oh, that's ancient history." She's just like, "That was my life." Yeah.
That was my life. That was my life.
Okay. Is that how I sound?
No.
Okay.
I was quoting a movie.
But she said she has one rule: never arguing with anyone. She goes, "I listen and I do what I like."
Oh, that's cool.
So she doesn't argue with anyone. She'll listen to them, but ultimately she just does she'll do what she likes. I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah, this woman got the perspective that the world needs.
She said just ultimately staying away from unnecessary arguments, not wasting energy on drama. I listen and I do what I like. Fantastic. Ethel is fantastic. That quote from her right there, I'm just like, yes, I want to be your friend. Fantastic.
Yes.
So that's when you should hear them argue and just say, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
She celebrated her 115th birthday with a tiara and a cake.
So what I'm hearing is the key to longevity is lowering your stress level, and that's about it. Just lower your stress level.
Yes.
Yeah, ultimately.
Wesley said rule number 1.
Yeah, you never talk about Fight Club.
She's in the Fight Club. That's it.
But actually, it does actually say that it's a reminder that longevity isn't always like intense diets or expensive routines. It says sometimes it's about doing the things that feel good, listening more than talking, and avoiding unnecessary conflict. So yeah, lower stress, 100%.
I agree.
You know the best way to do that? It's to say, fuck Miles.
that was coming.
Damn. You're lucky I didn't do the boomstick there.
Oh, no. Yeah. Actually,
and strength train. That's what Amanda said.
I think I finished it.
Anyway, so it starts to like talk about things you could do to live your life healthy, but none of those list Ethel, so I don't think those were particular to her.
Caitlin, would you like to read this comment?
Muscle mass reduced all course morbidity 50%. And strength train.
This is why we...
That's why you want to work out as much as
that's why you want to work out.
We work out.
Yeah, we work out.
Well, I was doing a song.
Oh.
I work out.
There's something you could take to retain your muscle mass.
Oh, really? What is it? Drugs?
I forgot. I was reading about it. Some doctor in Germany was talking about it.
Yeah. JR, push it. I ain't gonna call you.
Why not? I mean, hey.
You dirty little trucker.
Reduce laying with Creed.
No.
Laying with Creed. Creed is my godson. And Jelly. Anyway, so yeah, I thought that was... So you know what's funny? Because I was like, wow, the oldest person's going to be like 116 in 100 days. And you guys are like, 136, 145. I was like, all right, we're not that far yet, people. All right. But I agree with A. Renee, like, good for her, you know? Like, good for her. Like, because you guys were like, Pseudo was saying, what does she even do? And I'm like, read it, pull it up, tends to her garden. Like, hell yeah, that means she's still somewhat active. Like, maybe she doesn't do it for a long period of time, but she's doing something.
Yeah.
I agree. Once everyone, you know, A. Renee's saying, once you stop moving, like, that's kind of it. Keep moving, keep...
A body in motion stays in motion.
Essentially,
Physics.
Yeah. But I thought that was pretty cool when I saw that article where it was like, Ethel, you know, from Britain, oldest living person alive, 115 and 265 days. I was like, damn.
Damn, Ethel.
When they said she was born before World War I was like, double damn.
Yeah. Imagine living through World War I. Like... Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Sorry, it took me a minute. My brain was on lag.
Sorry, guys. Every time we do that, I want you guys to do it out there, too. And to make it clear, I'm going to start making this pop up. And we'll all know.
No, you need it to be, like, more W's at the end.
I'll put more W's. I'm going to put more W's on this. Okay, you guys ready?
Wow. That's much better.
That's much better.
Thank you.
Is that the proper amount of W's for that wow, guys?
Questionable.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Get your facts straight. Caitlin's going to read this one out loud. I mean, the voice in the back of the room.
You know, the first motor skill most people lose as they age is the ability to lift over their heads because they stop doing it. Hashtag more you know.
Oh, well, you know what? Hey, you could go call Elon Musk and take the chip stay mobile. All the weird things.
The workouts I do have me punching over my head and all the time. Work out your shoulders, shoulder lifts. Yeah.
We had someone in here whose grandmother lived to 102 years old.
Wow.
102. That's
See?
a young age. Seriously. Like, we just found someone who's way older.
What kind of teach?
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah, the silence says it all, dude.
Even
Jay-
the comments said, wow.
What exactly? Wow.
JR just
JR just walked
What are
away.
you guys watching this week on TV?
Hey.
It was with my dog. He was scratching.
That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog.
My dog is sleeping on his office dog bed by my feet.
Yeah. And guess what?
He has a dog bed in the podcast room just for podcast nights.
Yeah, this is just the room for this, by the way. Oh,
Really?
yeah. Can you turn on the light?
I mean, it's also used as a guest room, thank you.
So,
Anyway.
the sun's setting here. We're in an area where the sun sets really late.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, how's the
Alright.
weather?
How is the weather?
It was 87 today.
It hit 90 today. 91, I think.
What? I can barely put my socks
I-
on.
I can barely put on socks. Are we ready for
Thanks
question
on
number
Elon.
2, guys?
Yeah.
No thanks on Elon. No thanks. No
That's
thanks. It's like she's in the club and Elon just popped up and she's like, swipe.
Oh, get out of here.
No thanks on Elon.
Anyway, are you ready for question number 2?
Yes, everyone share your link.
What?
Oh, share the link.
Okay. All right, so there was a recent genetic advancement that was made. What animal or creature do you think the genetic advancement was made on?
A medical...
I didn't say medical, I said genetic.
Genetic. Ooh, guys, in the comment, you guys gotta help me out here. I need some answers.
Yeah, we'll start with this. What kind of creature do you think the genetic enhancement was made on?
Tiger.
Well, knowing humankind, this is gonna be a little bit like, it's gonna be a little filthy here, but I'm gonna say it. Knowing mankind, it's probably a penis enhancement.
I said what creature?
I know, so a human.
No.
Or it could be like a creature's penis, but it's definitely has to do with the penis.
No.
Alright, so rodents is one of the guesses down here.
Okay, rodents? No. But I like the guess.
Alright, probably cockroaches.
Closer, but no.
Spiders?
Spider!
Oh.
I could see. Oh, they're making Spider-Man! They're making real life Spider-Man!
I literally chose this article because that's not what they did, but I literally chose this article because I was disappointed in the genetic advancement.
No.
So they did the world's first. I actually got this from IFL Science, and it was written by
Science.
Dr. Becky Corkle.
Corkle!
So
Sparkle.
Sometimes it should be on camera so they could just see my facial expressions too. So there's a genetic marker called CRISPR. Like, I guess it's a whole acronym, but I'm not going to go through the acronym. So CRISPR, and they edited that. So now the spider is able to produce the silk, but it's glowing red.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
I want some of this silk. Can I get it for like a
So it's
pillowcase?
I don't know, but it's producing red silk essentially.
I want this glow in the dark silk. This.
So it said it's the CRISPR-Cas9. It's a CRISPR-Cas9 modified spider. So the CRISPR-Cas9 is a gene editing tool. So it's not like the genetic marker. It's a gene editing tool. And the inventors of this gene editing tool actually won the Nobel Prize.
Wow.
It's being used to cure different diseases, find out more about biological processes, etc. They've used it to make like malaria-resistant mosquitoes, but right now they're using it to make what comes out of a spider butt red.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And I know that there's the whole thing she just said and everything, but in my head, when I heard that number 9, all I thought, they're using red number 9. And that's it. They just put red number 9 in his DNA, and that's why he's spitting out red stuff. JR can't even.
They said spider silk is incredibly strong and scientifically an interesting substance because it's 5 times stronger than a steel cable of the same weight, tear resistant while also being biodegradable, lightweight, and elastic. So it looks like they're kind of using this gene editing tool to get a better understanding of spider silk.
Yo, spider silk is intense. It is strong. Imagine like making like a truss with it though, like with all that strength and like, sorry, the technical side of me's coming out, but like, you tie those pieces together in like a triangle and you let the, that thing's probably so strong.
But I'm very upset. You're
changing
the color of their silk, but I want to be Spider-Woman. If this spider bites me, the best thing I could hope for is to like...
No. See, you see it as a step backwards. I see it as a step towards it. Because you need to use that silk to make the spider suit.
I was already going to make that joke, but decided not to.
You need to use that to make the spider suit.
See, JR, he interrupts me too.
Yeah, JR. They call me the interrupting Vinny. Barely burping.
The Interruptor. How about that's the new name of the show? JR Michael and the Interrupter. Right? Anyway, so I was looking at it. I was just like, man, if I get bit by this spider, the best thing I could hope for is like, I don't know, shooting globs of red goo. And that's not like particularly special for women. Pseudo.
I'm getting it. Some people are saying they can't get the link. They're saying that it's not coming up. It's coming up blank. I'm just handling that real quick.
I was like, man, he didn't even react to my grossness there.
It was gross.
Yeah, but it's what you interrupted when you interrupted me. I was gonna make the same joke about them being like, oh, we need spiders to make the spider suit, and that's why they chose the color red.
That's pretty cool though. It glows.
It glows. It glows like JR in the bedroom. JR just glows in the bedroom. Trust me, the ladies tell me all the time. They're like, hey, JR glows. He's like a pregnant woman in the bedroom.
Okay. They said one of the reasons why they didn't do this before is because spiders are difficult to work with in a laboratory because they're a diverse group. They have a complex genome structure, but they also have a cannibalistic nature. So they had to be careful because they didn't want like cage neighbors to like essentially eat each other.
They out here eating each other for fun.
I still think like the fact that spider silk is like 5 times stronger of a steel cable of the same weight, tear resistant, biodegradable, lightweight, and elastic. That is dope.
Yo, I agree with Mara here and what she said. Your ass would be walking around like a red glowing ball. Superpower.
Superpower named Batty Glow Ass.
Yo, getting some spandex.
She said, I wonder if they injected radioactive materials inside the spider. Actually...
Yo, they're making Spider-Man out here.
What they did is they created a red fluorescent protein gene sequence, and they put that in a solution, which they injected into the oocytes inside an unfertilized female spider. And then that spider was mated with a male spider, resulting in the genetically modified offspring.
Yes. Yes. Oh.
So none of it says radioactive, but, you know, they did inject them with something. And of course, they injected the females against their will, right?
Fuck Miles. All right. They injected the females. Fuck Miles.
Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool, but also like, where's Spider-Man then?
Yeah, where's Spider-Man?
Where's Spider-Man?
Or Spider-Girl.
Yeah,
Or Spider-Dog. Or Spider-Pig.
It's obviously Spider-Girl if we're injecting things into women.
I know, but I want to see Spider-Pig. If you're not going to do Spider-Man first, do Spider-Pig. Because Spider-Pig does whatever Spider-Pig wants.
Spider-Pig is a character in the comics. There's
so Spider-Pig, based on that, because Spider-Pig does whatever Spider-Pig wants, and because of that, Spider-Pig will live to 115 years old.
Spider-Pig does whatever a Spider-Pig does.
Yeah, it's from The Simpsons, the movie. The Spider-Pig song.
Well, that's also Spider-Man.
I know.
So, like, it's actually from that.
It's from that, but the one that we're... yeah. What show are you watching this week? Everybody in the comments hit us up. JR walked away, now we start a different podcast.
Sorry, my kids want to give me chocolate.
Yeah. Is that the cool chocolate? Is that the trendy stuff with the green in it?
No, their mom made the chocolate. So
what's in it?
It's apricot. She wouldn't tell me so.
Put it closer to the camera. Let's see it. That looks like the chocolate they're making on TikTok all over the place. I don't know.
This is Dubai chocolate. This is the chocolate.
Yeah, that's the chocolate that you said they're making all over.
Yeah, Dubai chocolate. Huh.
Yeah, and then the inside has apricot and some other stuff. I'm not to know. So.
Here, everybody, slowly. Let me get the drum roll out real quickly. Let's get this moving. We're going to see JR's reaction. Wait, you can't do it yet. You got to wait. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
We got I don't know. We got a thumbs up, but the facial expression may suggest otherwise. You're like, I'm sorry. The subtle lip twitches. There was like a little micro frown that I observed, and I was like, he may be giving a thumbs up, but he's definitely not. Your thumb may have been up, but your face was down. Listen, my nephew out here wants me to make Dubai chocolate with him and seeing your reaction. I feel like I want to now just to see his face when he tries it.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like German chocolate.
How? There's pistachio in it.
Oh well, no.
Supposed to be.
Yeah.
Hey Renee, it looks like actual shit.
Can you hold it back up? Let's look at this. Let's look at this again, guys. Well, let's see a side-by-side comparison. I'm gonna get actual shit up here right now. I am googling actual.
Don't do that.
Shit.
No. Come on now. Oh, you and I have very different ideas of what we find funny. Actual shit doesn't gross me out. It's just I don't see need to put it on the show.
Did you
he took another bite. You get he's chewing.
Sorry, I was googling things right there. So
he's trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you say it deserves a wow. He said no. It doesn't deserve
The apricot was weird. Yeah, I've heard it's made with like vermicelli pasta and like pistachio. The apricot is interesting.
No wow. No wow.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Oh, I might have to make Dubai chocolate for my nephew now just to see his reaction when he eats it.
Yeah,
Are
you
you
should.
gonna finish that? Are you? Oh, he's taking another bite, and he goes in for another one.
Well,
You can watch him in the wild as he tries to eat the chocolate. He is.
Yeah, Renee, it looks like shit. I'm eating it.
He's chewing it and chewing it and chewing it and chewing it.
it's like, like
I'm gonna keep feeding
yeah,
you and feeding you.
it's a meat wad from the Southampton Institute of Technology. Shit.
Oh,
Did it
did it
melt
melt in your mouth? Yes, MK, melted in
Hey.
my mouth. Smooth.
Sorry, I just yelled at the cat and you guys just... I did that right into the mic.
Sorry, yeah.
Everybody.
He was trying to explore the closet.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Dubai chocolate, hilarious.
Hey, JR.
I'm gonna put a little sub thing in my notes. Dubai chocolate.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Yeah, chocolate. Don't Germans like to be shit on, so it makes sense. It tastes like shit.
MK said, was it smooth? I'm really glad that Steve is not here today, considering she grew up in Germany.
Well, thanks, Renee. Yeah, I guess.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit!
I didn't know that had to be shitted on.
Damn, JR.
Literally in my
He takes another bite.
literally in my notes from this episode, I just added Dubai chocolate break in my notes. Wow. Yeah.
Is it like hard to chew on? Is it like chewy or?
Well, it has vermicelli in it. That makes sense. It's chewy.
Okay. Is it like? Is it
It's
like a
hard when you
weird
first bite it.
texture?
What?
How would you describe the texture?
Hard when you first bite it, and then smooth when you get to the end.
Oh, really?
So a hard shell and a creamy interior.
Yeah. Do you like
Yes,
the
thank
interior better than the exterior?
Yes.
Oh.
I know.
Okay.
That's how you get you to choke on.
I feel like he's the owl telling you how many licks it's gonna take you.
And he takes another bite.
Yeah,
Anyway, are we ready for question number 3, people?
Yes.
All right. Since we don't know where Spider-Man is, but we want you to know. We want to know where Spider-Man is. Thank you. Okay.
Thank
Question
you.
number
Wow.
3. Did you hear about a significant policy change that's being temporarily implemented at a McDonald's in Virginia? There's a significant policy change being temporarily implemented at a McDonald's in Virginia. Have you guys heard about it?
No.
No.
What do you think it is? MK said a little chocolate and baby oil. Mm.
That's why we
did he?
both read that at the same time, and we were distracted by that and both wanted to read it while you were reading the question. So
Yeah.
when you asked the question, we were in pause. It was because me and JR were wrapped up in that comment at the same time
well.
in our head. And then you repeated the question.
Oh, sorry. Somebody's got to keep things strolling.
I know that sometimes these comments are.
All right,
Thank you guys.
a temporary but significant policy change at a McDonald's in Virginia. What do you think it is?
I think it was I can't move on. Ew, my husband said it doesn't look gross. He's German though, so
Oh, the cat had a comment.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, pass it on."
Okay, so what was the change?
I didn't tell you. I was making you guess.
Okay. Whew. Run it back so the clips get the question and then the answer.
I've literally said the question 4 times.
Okay.
There is a significant, albeit temporary, policy change at a McDonald's in Virginia. What do you think it was?
You are not allowed to serve the wild monkeys that came up from South Carolina.
That is significantly far. That is very far from South Carolina.
It's been months.
They all were caught.
I would say policy change would be do not date your employees.
I mean, that's always a good policy.
Family.
Uh,
That one McDonald's that we walked into, that looked like the whole. I don't judge a lot, but the whole it looked like they were all one family that just smoked meth together.
Oh wow.
It was we were deep in the South, and like it was quite a sight.
Anyway, A. Renee's the only one who got this answer correct.
What she said?
Really?
Gotta be 21 or older.
Why?
Oh.
Are they
So
serving
you
liquor?
could go through the no. You're allowed to go through the drive-through if you are below the age of 21 or have people below the age of 21. But if you want to dine in their dining room, you have to be 21 or over. So you have to show your ID at the door. And no, it's not because they're serving liquor.
Huh.
Because they want to prevent fighting.
Yeah, you're
Wow.
correct.
It's
Yep.
the fighting.
Because of fighting. Yeah, JR's 100% correct.
Wow.
High school
Yes.
kids.
High school kids, they've been having a really big problem with student violence in the area. So they worked in collaboration with the local police department to put this policy in place. It's meant to be temporary until they can find a better solution. But what I'm thinking is that they're hoping by saying, hey, you can't do this, it kind of like forces people to be like, oh, I can't just be fighting in public places because I go to school with this kid and we both end up at the McDonald's in our town and now it's time to throw down.
Yeah.
And they record it and put it up on TikTok.
No.
I guarantee.
They don't put it on TikTok.
They all put it on
They
TikTok.
put it on World Star.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo. You know, like, that's crazy. When I was a kid, we
Yeah, it
used to
is.
hang out in the McDonald's all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I would never buy anything, but I would be there when my friends bought stuff at the McDonald's because it was right there in our town. There were no fist fights though.
Yeah, we
Maybe.
knew we had to walk 3 blocks away, maybe 4, and then we can get into a fist fight. And we did get into fist fights a few blocks away.
Yeah, for a 1 square mile town, there were plenty of places to get in fist fights without going to the McDonald's.
Yeah, open more parks so
Exactly.
kids can fight.
Do you think it was staged because they wanted views on TikTok?
Do I think people would probably plan to have a fight in a public place? Teenagers, with the way that social media is right now, yes.
Yeah.
Huh.
I could 100% guarantee that people are probably like, let's fight, yeah, let's fight, and let's do it here, yeah, I'll get bigger views.
That's
We can hashtag McDonald's, get bigger
Bingo.
views.
Bingo, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that you have a really good point there.
In the comments, if you were in high school, would you get into a fight in McDonald's?
MK said no more Happy Meals.
They're unhappy now.
No, when we got into fights, it was like Vincent, you go to block down.
Yeah.
There was no social media like that where you could say, oh, yeah, go to 92nd and 23rd, go to that McDonald's, I'll meet you there at 7, and bring the crowd. Then we'll record it and act like we got into a fight.
You don't even need to bring a crowd. You just gotta record it.
Yeah, I know.
Thinking about it, back in the day, you had to get a crowd to do a spectacle like that. Now it's just like, bring a camera and a tripod. Bring the tripod to the fight. Let's
Yeah,
go.
so you're like, oh my gosh, so-and-so and so-and-so are going to fight after school, like a block off of school property.
I know. And
They
you
kiss
see
Oh, you see all the kids there.
Kids be getting into an argument now, and they're like, hey, I'm so mad at you. Bring a tripod after school.
Oh my god. That's so funny. Because I'm even thinking about high school, right? Like,
Film me beating your ass.
I'm even thinking about high school. So, like, MySpace was a thing, but Facebook really wasn't a thing till, like,
Yeah.
say my senior year. Like, it existed, but my senior year, it was like, hey, you better get a Facebook, right? So, they didn't even wait till after school and walk a block off. That's a middle school thing. In high school, if you're getting in a fight, they're just throwing down in the middle of the hallway. I remember when I went to this high school, they had like they had an open classroom policy, which was an experiment like years before we went there that failed. Right.
Mhm.
So what they did is they put up these weird partitions in between classrooms while they were working on making like real classrooms.
Yeah, the partitions were still there when I went.
Yeah, exactly. He's 4 years younger, so I left. They're still there for him, right? So I was in this one classroom, and it was like this metal classroom surrounded by windows in the middle of the English department because we would pick majors in this high school, and I was a creative writing major, and that was our area. And you just see like, so this one person starts talking shit to another person in a different classroom because they're not separate classrooms, it's just a partition. So this one person just walks out of their classroom, and you see a desk, like, so the desk and chair attached to each other, right? Thrown down the makeshift hallway into the other classroom to the person he's talking shit to. Like, this wasn't brought off campus. This is not on social media. This is like true fight. I will never forget that. Like, you have to think, I'm just like, you're just sitting there and you're just watching a metal desk chair combination get thrown down your fake effing hallway.
Yeah.
That would get a lot of views. Don't do that.
You gotta read this comment.
Oh. Chase's friend recorded a little slap boxing on the bathroom between Chase and his enemy. Deleted it when the school wanted to see it, so no suspensions. Haha, his friends are ROD.
His friend's a rod.
I am old. I don't know the acronym.
Can you break that down?
Hey Renee, you and I may be the same age, but you have children. I don't. What's ROD? Yeah, my day it was on site. Get kicked out of high school because of my on site policy. That is true. I was not I was not there for that yet in her life, but I have heard about her getting kicked out of high school for on site.
You know, some schools record it. They catch you.
Does the school post it when they record it? Because they should. It'd probably make them more money.
You interrupted him.
True, but no, I know some schools they'll kick you out if they find it on social media because they don't want a bad reputation.
Schools will do have places where they'll like try to record and and have that for use with like school officials or guidance counselors. But I gotta be honest, no hate to teachers or anything because it's a hard job, but like school administrations and all of that with like teachers and students fighting and bullying, it's bullshit. They don't do shit. They put up posters that say don't do this, no, and then they don't do shit.
Well, that's weird because I got suspended for 3 weeks.
You got suspended for 3 weeks?
For bullying or just fighting?
Fighting.
Did you win?
Oh, yeah, I threw the fat kid across the room.
You threw the fat kid.
Oh.
Do you have something against fat
A.
people?
Renee said ROD is ride or die. Oh my god, that's from our time. Listen, I heard ride or die, but I never heard it as ROD. It must have been a difference in high schools.
Yeah, I never turned to my friends and were like, yo, I'm your ride or die, I'm your rod. Let's go rod out.
Ride or die was said a lot though. Ride or die was said a lot. I do remember that. Even now I'll say A. Renee's my ride or die. A. Renee, you my rod, girl.
Yeah. She got a hard rod for you.
Oh, in her rich fake ass town. Yeah, she does live in a rich fake ass town. I hear a lot about the school system there and what they do, and I'm just like less than impressed. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
So could you have a ham rod? A hard as a motherfucker rod? Hard as a motherfucker ride or die? Ham means hard as a motherfucker.
Right.
Rod means ride or die. Can you have a ham rod?
Are you asking? Telling? What are we
Yeah, can you have a ham rod?
Anyway, so yeah, you can't eat in you can't go in the dining room of this McDonald's if you're below the age of 21. And the thing is, this is like right by a couple of schools, like, so it's like a really big part of like the community. So like a lot of people would kind of go there to hang out. But I guess, don't fight in the middle of McDonald's, because they said ultimately they're thinking about the safety of like their customers, but they're also thinking about the safety of their employees, is what they said. Like, imagine like it must be hard to keep employees. Who's going to work there if like you're breaking up fights between kids all the time?
Hey Renee, I'm sorry.
Hey Renee, you my rod though, girl. You my rod.
I'm sorry. I'm rodding out over here.
You're hyper-focusing on certain things.
I know.
So that's how, Vin Diesel said it. You're my ride or die chick.
See?
Yeah.
And their family, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, family. Hey, JR, can you say family?
Hey, Darkflow.
JR, just say family.
Family.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Yup, I can see it. I can see it.
When he said family, I'm like, oh, yeah.
I can see it. You can say it. JR, act as Vin Diesel right now.
What do you mean?
You just say family, that's it.
Pretend that you're playing Vin Diesel in a movie.
And just say family.
Okay. Glad everybody's here tonight. Because we're all family.
It's the best impersonation I've ever seen in my life.
I like it.
It's the best one I've ever seen.
No. The best impression I've ever seen was when you had him do an impersonation of the pigeon lady.
Oh yeah, the pigeon lady. Is the pigeon lady here this week? Do you remember it? Okay.
Yeah,
I like-
remember it. No.
I like this.
I already
guys.
I'm sorry. I know it's at your expense, JR, but I really like Pseudo, throwing random like impressions at you that he makes you do.
I mean,
I really enjoy it.
I had all
noticed.
intention on asking you to do Nicolas Cage as John Madden this week.
Dude, I saw a picture of it. I saw a picture of Nicolas Cage as John
Yeah, it
Madden.
actually works.
He looks just like him. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it actually works. I'm kind of excited. I'm like, yo, this might actually work. I'm gonna
So Pseudo and I have this unhealthy obsession with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, we go see everything he does.
No, it all started with, like, there's a TV show, like a sitcom called Community, and in it, they're in a community college, and this community college has ridiculous courses you could take, and one of them was called Nicolas Cage. Is he good or is he evil? And in it, they're like telling you to watch Nicolas Cage movies and make your assessment, but don't watch more than 5 in a row because you'll lose your mind. So the character in it, watches 5 in a row and starts losing his mind. And ever since then, the two of us keep making jokes about having to watch 5 Nicolas Cage movies in a row, and every Nicolas Cage movie that comes out we watch. Like, it's a thing.
Side by side, he looks like John Madden.
Yeah, it's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's pulling off John Madden. You could have lied to me.
I saw the body, actual body thing, and, like, I'll tell you, like, Madden had a weird shape, and they give Nicolas Cage a weird shape.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, JR.
Anyway.
JR just laughed at nothing. I got him to do it.
Anyway, but speaking to end the McDonald's conversation.
Oh yeah, we're talking about McDonald's now.
JR, yeah, I think you had a really. It's funny because, like, you're nothing. You're drinking soda, and it's, like, harder to track.
Yeah.
I think you make a really good point about social media and, like, filming fights and all of that probably being, like, a big problem when we talk about, like, fights in public places.
Fights in public places. Now coming to your social
I think
media
you make a
from
good-
your local school.
I think you make a good point there, JR, Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah, JR Michael.
I'm allowed to give compliments without you making fun of the compliment.
Yeah, JR Michael. JR Michael.
Is that how I sound?
No! I'm doing this voice for the rest of the show.
You sound like the pigeon lady.
Yeah, no, I was trying to do my impersonation of his pigeon lady.
No, JR's impersonation of the pigeon lady, or what we assume the pigeon lady would sound like, was phenomenal.
I know,
Thank
I'm trying to do it for him because
Make sure
I want to hear it this week.
if you weren't on last week, go back and listen to episode 34. Thank you.
Unless JR has a little spice in that jar.
All right.
Okay,
Are we ready for question 4?
Yeah, he was just going back to the comment.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. That's what I was giving him time to do.
Well, I'm sorry. I feel like I have to keep you extra on track today, Pseudo.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
You've gone off course at least 2 times. Anyway. Question number 4. There is an endurance swimmer named Lewis... I have a typo here. Named Lewis Pugh.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew.
Pew,
Okay.
pew, 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 pew.
There's an endurance swimmer named Lewis Pugh. He swam...
Can't get past it.
He has swam in every ocean in the world. Okay? So right now he has a new swim planned. Where do you think it is? Let's start there.
It's in Antarctica.
No, he has swam in the Arctic. He swam in every ocean.
No, Antarctica.
No.
Okay, like a lake in Antarctica.
No.
Is it in space?
No.
Okay, I didn't think we had one in space.
But no one actually... I'll give you a guess. It's an island and no one has swum around it.
So you're going to swim around Hawaii?
No.
Hawaii!
That's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyone got a guess down there? Like, don't leave me.
It's in... Okay, it's an island in the United States.
Is he going to swim around Nantucket?
Oh,
Not Nantucket.
Martha's Vineyard?
Martha's Vineyard, yes.
Oh. He's going to go pew pew all over Martha's Vineyard.
wow. Okay.
It brings back the Happy Meal.
Hopefully the waters are not choppy.
Well,
It is.
He's he swam in every ocean. He's an endurance swimmer, so that's not so much what he's worried about. But he's doing this swim specifically to bring awareness to something. What do you think it is?
Prostate cancer.
No.
Shark attacks off the shore of Martha's Vineyard.
What do you think, JR?
The awareness is...
The awareness
Can I get a hint?
is a hint.
The hint is that Pseudo was not off course when he mentioned sharks.
Okay. Endurance swimmer, which he's promoting
Awareness about
sharks coming around. Well, no, you said it's close.
sharks.
Whale attacks?
That would be awesome, but no. It is about sharks, but it's not about shark attacks like Pseudo said. It's meant to kind of bring awareness to the fact that sharks, for the most part, like, yes, they're wild animals, and yes, they could be dangerous, but they're an at-risk population. So he kind of wants to do this to urge for protection for sharks.
Oh. He's for the sharks. He's with the sharks. He swims.
So can I say something? As much as I love sharks and I don't want them to continue to be killed, the sick, deep, dark, horrible part of me is like, oh my god, I kind of hope he gets bit by a shark.
Yo, if he gets bit by a shark, I promise you, we will be talking about this on this episode. Like, in a future episode, we will be talking about it. And it will come up, and we will make the same jokes again. I will say pew pew a bunch of times, and I will make the narration voice and do a movie over for him, because I think that there would be a great movie made about this. He swims to save the sharks, but the sharks say, not today, homie.
So what he'll be doing is he'll be swimming for nearly 3 hours, 3.9 miles for nearly 3 hours on day 1.
Okay.
And then on Friday, he'll get in the water and swim again. So he's going to swim over the course of 12 days, or however long it takes him to actually complete the swim around the island. And he'll spend the rest of the time on the island educating the public about sharks.
Damn.
So his first swim was actually today.
So he's doing it at this time of the year.
Today, yeah.
Damn, he's doing it in the cold water.
He is doing it in the cold water.
Damn. Cold. Hey, I
He
lived
said-
out in Nantucket, which is an island like right next to it. I thought this was the perfect time to drop that news. And what's it called? It is foggy during this time of the year. Like, how is he? He can't even see. Like, it's super foggy out there.
Okay. Well, it did say that his swim just began after the New England Aquarium confirmed the first great white shark sighting of the season off the coast of Nantucket earlier this week.
Yeah.
They did say after a swim today, he crawled out of the water and there were curious seals bobbing in the waves. And I'm like, but bro, that's not a good thing. That's what the sharks eat. Like,
Oh, man, this guy's gonna have a glorious day.
Well, I actually got this article is from AP News written by Leah Willingham. But he said that this is a direct quote from him. I mean, every single day I'm going to be speaking about sharks, 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 sharks. Then ultimately I've got to get in the water afterwards and do a swim. I suppose you can imagine what I'm going to be thinking about.
Pew, 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 pew. That's what I'm gonna be thinking about. I'm gonna be thinking about sharks with lasers.
Yeah, Aaron A said this will be the guy that gets attacked and killed by sharks. Exactly,
Yeah.
but it says
he'll
that
be the one who gets attacked by laser sharks.
it does say that he has this swimmer has swum near glaciers, volcanoes. He has swum amongst hippos, crocodiles, and polar bears. So I feel like at this point you're just like testing fate. If you didn't die from, the cold of the glacier, the heat of the volcano, from a hippo, which, like, hippos are so dangerous that hippo babies will, like, chew on crocodile tails like teething rings, and the crocodiles don't do anything to the babies because the crocodiles are so scared of the mother.
What's that movie that your mom and you made?
Polar bears. I feel like he's like, none of these things have killed me. I might as well try sharks.
What is the movie that I watched? What was the movie I watched with your mom and you? About the alligator attack with Betty White in the end.
Oh, he had never seen Lake Placid.
Lake Placid. Okay, this sounds like the guy from Lake Placid that comes in. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the guy who comes in on the helicopter.
Yeah, the guy who comes in on the helicopter. He's like, I'm looking.
He
for
swims
the
with
biggest one.
crocodiles because it's supposed to be a judgment of your soul. Blah, blah,
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna swim with the sharks because they will judge my soul, and if I survive in the peak season of sharks in Martha's Vineyard, I will be the greatest man alive. And he hasn't said this to a person because publicity doesn't like that. But in his heart, he feels like if he survives this trip.
Oh, Trippy, welcome. No worries, bud. I'm glad you're here now.
Yeah, trippy.
Well, they say Lewis Pugh. Oh, he didn't say it. Okay. Has actually been named the United Nations Patron of the Seas for several years because he usually does his swims to try to raise awareness for environmental causes. So they say around 274,000 sharks are killed globally each day. So that's a rate of like 100 million a year.
Damn.
Wow.
And he said since Martha's Vineyard is where Jaws was filmed, he felt like that was a good place to do the swim.
Yep.
I mean, I guess especially since after Jaws came out, there was like a mass shark killing because people were so scared. Even though the actual event that Jaws is based out of happened in a creek in Matawan, New Jersey, right where we grew up. So,
So I'm going back to this. I lived on Nantucket. This time of year, those islands are foggy. There's literally, I had a shirt that I wore every day out there. I didn't wear it every day, but I wore it quite frequently. And it said, "Fog happens." And it was like my favorite shirt. Someone stole it from me. But that, I'm just saying, like, you're not even going to be able to see him if he gets eaten by a shark. It's a waste of time. I want to see the footage.
Oh, so he needs to do it in Alabama, where they have the shark bite alert system.
Yes, I want to be able to check the boat cam.
Hey, Kate, president of JR's New Jersey fan club. Welcome to the podcast.
JR, drop a side profile. Come on.
Anyway, so
Wait. We gotta make JR full screen. Turn to the side, JR. Your fans are here. There you go.
got that profile. Anyway, so he's not going without any safety measures. Apparently, he does have safety personnel in a boat and a kayak that are using a shark shield device to deter sharks using an electric field without harming them. But I kind of feel like that's cheating. Like, if you're swimming around Martha's Vineyard to bring awareness to sharks and shark safety and that they're misunderstood, I feel like using a shark deterrent device is cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And I love sharks. I don't want that many sharks to die every year.
No, I don't want any sharks to die.
I love sharks, dude.
I'm for the sharks.
So
Ever
nice.
since I've seen the movie Shark Tale, I'm like, yeah, sharks are meant to be alive.
Pseudo has to deal with me watching Shark Week every year. I'm very invested in it.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't like the shows.
No, it's not that he doesn't like the shows. It's more like
The amount.
there's no reprieve. I'm like, look at all of these new shows, and I'm just like mass watching all of the shark shows. Like the amount of knowledge I have on sharks, crocodiles, alligators, different reptiles. Growing up in a house with 3 boys, older boys, is ridiculous. It's just transferred into my adult life.
Well, did you ever bench on ice trucks? That TLC.
Oh, the Ice Road Truckers?
No, we never did that. But
We didn't binge it, but that's crazy what they do.
You know what we did binge though? What's the fishing one where they go fishing for tunas?
Oh my gosh.
Wild tuna.
I'm obsessed with wild tuna.
You never saw wild tuna?
That's another one I'm obsessed with.
Oh my
I like
God.
so in the show they'll bring the tuna to get like weighed and like assessed for amount per pound they're gonna get. So what we like to do is like they will like kind of do a little core and they'll show like how much fat is in it and the color of the fish in the center, all of that in Pseudo, and I like to like guess how much per pound it's gonna be.
And we're almost like betting before it happens. Like they pull out the meat and everything. I'm like, no, $22 a pound.
I'm like, no, this one's $17 a pound. They're cheap this year. They're cheap
And
this
I'm
year.
like, no, if I'm right, you gotta get me coffee.
That's a lie.
No. She'd be like, if you're right, you're getting me coffee. If you're wrong, you're getting me coffee.
That's not true either. It's more like pride and shit talking rights.
It is.
Lies,
It is a
shit
lot
talking.
of shit talking right.
I mean, I liked Deadliest Catch too, but that one like
Oh, that was a good one.
yeah, that one I liked, and then at some point I just saw wild tuna and I was like, ooh, but this is right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I feel growing up
Okay.
in the Northeast and knowing that they're tuna fishing in the Northeast was like something, you know.
JR, we're gonna get a new one for you? Okay. Because we got WoW right now. We got that one queued up the second you do it.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how to type that because too many K's would be all, and that doesn't work.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta.
I think you have to spell it out. OKAYY.
Yeah, that's it. It has the
Okay.
extra Y.
And not a lot of Y's because it was a long A, but like not that long. So okay.
In the comments, you gotta tell me if this works. Okay. Okay.
No. Anyway, so like
Oh, man.
I wanted to bring it up because, you know, obviously I love sharks, so please stop killing them. But having said that, the sick, deep, twisted, horrible, evil part of me is kind of like, but what if that shark deterrent device fails? And what if one of these here sharks is just like, hey buddy, I was just I'm not mean or dangerous. I'm just curious and wanted to get your attention with my teeth.
Arr.
Oh, that's messed up.
I don't know. But on some sick level, okay, JR, on some sick level, if I came back here, because it's going to go on for like a minimum of 12 days, so it's not next week, but the week after, or whenever, and I'm like, hey, I have a follow-up about Lewis Pugh, the endurance swimmers, and you're like, yeah, and I was like, you got attacked by a shark. Would you laugh? Would you chuckle a little
Yes, I
bit?
would.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, see? So I may be saying this, and you may be like, that's messed up, but like, you're messed up with me, so.
And you better be prepared to act that scene out. Lawrence Pugh getting attacked
Lewis.
by Lewis Pugh.
Come on.
He definitely, and I'm just making this 100% clear, with that last name, Pugh, and if he gets attacked by a shark, it has to be a laser shark.
Oh my gosh. Dr. Evil's afoot.
Lawrence Pew Pew
So,
got killed by a shark with lasers.
So, Pseudo, you were talking about the area and the time of year he's swimming. The temperature of the water he swam in today was 47 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's cold up there. I told you I lived there. It's cold this time of year. You are not wanting to be in the water. I used to go swimming in the middle of the night, though. The sharks aren't that active. We used to just go out there. We would throw like little bomb parties on the water and just go swimming every other night. So it's not, the sharks aren't as active in the sense of attacking people. I probably swam with sharks and didn't even know it.
Well,
I mean,
to see the water.
Have you swam in the ocean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you've swam with sharks. That is the reality of it.
Yeah.
But I don't like swimming at night.
Well, I wouldn't swim in the ocean at night because that's when sharks are hunting.
Hello.
I was about to tell you to say hi if you didn't see that, so thank you.
I saw it.
JR says hello.
Said hello. All right, anyway, so I will be keeping tabs on this.
Okay.
Because this is one that I'm very interested in. I'll be keeping tabs on it. I'll give you a follow up. Unless it all goes if he his endurance would be tested. I'm done.
If he swims around Diddy, trust me, his endurance would be trusted. It was just commented by Mara.
Tested. Yeah, so I will be keeping tabs on this, and I will bring it back in unless everything goes swimmingly well for him. Get it? Swimmingly?
Well.
If it goes swimmingly, then I see no need. But if there's shark encounters that are important to discuss, best believe
there will be a follow-up.
Okay.
We'll let you know if the story gets renewed for a second chapter.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just alluding to it really heavily. We just don't know if there's
I
going
am
to be a
just
follow-up.
really putting like my dreams out into the world right now.
I'm not here for this man to die or be hurt.
No, I don't want him to die or anything because I don't want to get that
I don't
back
even want him
on
to be
me.
hurt. I just want the shark to be like, I went to attack you, and it was noted to everybody, and he got out of the water safe.
Yeah, I want like a near miss.
Yeah, like a near miss.
Because we don't want that negative energy coming back to us.
JR, you gotta read that one, JR. That's all you.
Okay. Look up that someone of color has done, because this shit is crazy. With the eels and the dolphins want to jump off the trees, like that is crazy.
I mean, MK's not far off though. I mean, like it is some. It's just not. I mean, come on. Lewis Pugh is a British South African. Like, she's not wrong.
Oh, that's true.
Anyway, are we ready for question 5, folks?
Yeah, we're ready. Drop it on us.
Okay. Hold on, let me make sure I have the article pulled up. Perfect. Okay. A woman in Texas planned a party that has inadvertently saved a local animal rescue group. What do you think the party was for?
Huh. Okay, so it saved an animal rescue
So
group.
a woman in Texas planned a party, which inadvertently, that meant
I know.
unintentionally,
I know.
saved a local animal rescue group.
Okay. So what could this party have been?
What do you think the party was for?
I think
Networking.
What was that, JR?
Networking.
Networking, okay.
I think the party was set up to distribute all the rest of the loot from Diddy's house.
I bet people would buy that.
And by doing it, it saved an animal rescue group because the oil wasn't dumped into the ocean.
Listen, I bet people. Well, the oil being dumped into the ocean wouldn't save a local animal rescue group.
Well,
It would save animals, not the rescue group.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Cute. But do you want to give me a real guess?
It was a pool party. That's what Dark Flow Media said. But my guess
Pool
is it was a
party.
pizza party.
Pool party, pizza party. Okay, are we ready for what the party was?
A spaghetti party?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got this article from UPI written by Ben Hooper, and this woman threw a quinceanera for her cat.
Oh.
What?
The cat lived to 15 now. Congratulations.
Cats live till like they're 30.
I know. It just...
Wow.
She threw a quinceanera for her cat.
Congratulations. Damn.
Dark Flow said strip pole.
Yeah. They had a strip pole at this party.
So she said
cat. That cat was stripping for us.
she got the cat as a kitten 15 years ago, and since she got the cat as a kitten, when she first got the cat, she dreamed of throwing this cat a quinceanera because, like, to her, it's showing the celebration of their life together.
Damn.
Wow.
She started planning this when her cat was 14, so she planned it for a year.
Okay. I mean, I've seen weirder things with animals. This doesn't shock me after this show. We've heard a lot of weird things with animals. This might be pretty normal.
Do you want to hear some of the things that were at the quinceanera?
Now this is where it gets weird. Let me hear it.
I don't know. You guys to guess. What are some of the things that they had at the cat quinceanera?
Catnip.
Cute. No.
Pinatas?
Shaped
Okay.
like a cat.
Yeah.
So they had an elaborate cake.
An elaborate cake. Is it like, what makes it elaborate? Like it looks like the cat or something?
I don't know. I didn't see the cake.
Okay, that's fine.
They had a father-daughter dance.
Who's the father?
I guess the woman's partner, husband, whatever. They had a father-daughter dance.
Oh my god. I gotta see these people.
The cat's name is Holly. The cat made a grand entrance in a remote-controlled Bentley.
Oh my god.
And there was a full mariachi band.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So the celebration, they also served as a fundraiser for Almost Home Cat Haven, which was a struggling animal rescue. And because the video of the quinceanera went viral online, it caused donations to skyrocket, saving this animal rescue. It said the donations took the rescue from the verge of closing to financial stability.
Damn. This is what our cat lady looks like. This is the image of a cat lady from here on out. When you search a cat lady, she shall show up.
Since she got the cat as a kitten, she's been dreaming of its quinceanera.
Here it is driving in the Bentley. I'm trying to pull it up, but it's like acting all glitchy.
You know what? Good on her husband for supporting her, because I'm looking at her kids, and her kids are definitely not 15 yet. So the cat's definitely older than the children. So, like, this guy obviously is just like, I knew I married crazy when I got into it.
I gotta get past the ad.
Oh man.
I definitely feel like he's like, I knew I married crazy when I got into this. She probably talked to him about the cat's quinceanera, and he's just like, that's totally fine. Keep sucking.
All right, here, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Fantastic.
Oh my god. Oh, you can't make this up.
Oh my! Thank God you changed the clip at that time.
Look at the cat's outfit. Look at the cake. Did you see the father-daughter dance? Oh my gosh.
You know what? They seem pretty normal. They don't seem that weird.
Listen, I mean, lots of people have parties for their pets, I guess, but I was just particularly entertained when I saw this.
This actually looks pretty cool. Like, I would attend this party. I'd be like, I'm kind of
You know
happy
what?
to be here.
This cat's
I've been to worse parties.
This cat's quinceañera was probably significantly more lit than a lot of parties I've been to.
I've been to worse parties. Like, this looked enjoyable.
So, MK said a kiddie pool full of litter so the cats could swim. They had an elaborate cabinet piñata so the cats could scratch it and some cat music. That was her guess.
That's funny.
The full mariachi band is where I'm like, that's hilarious, but at the same time, I'd be rocking out to the mariachi band. So
Yeah. I would,
the party sounds lit.
I would stick on this for a minute. I could see where the live feed is. It's a little bit behind us, and then it's about to light up with comments.
Okay, yeah, I feel like this party would be lit. Like, I've been to weddings where I'm like, I'm bouncing.
Yeah, I've been to plenty of parties that I literally was just annoyed halfway through, and I'm like, why am I still here?
I've been to a lot of weddings where I'm like, it's obviously that these people are all white because of the music. Mind you, I am extremely pale, but like, if I had a wedding and not just been kidnapped and forced into marriage, I have to say my music would not have been that. It would not have been that. It wouldn't be that. I'm sorry, it would not be that.
That's funny. This video is just ridiculous. I can't stop like thinking about it. Like
it is
the remote control Bentley. I mean, but when you watch the video, it looks less weird than what it sounds like. Because when I'm reading it, it's like wow. But when you watch a video, you're like, this looks lit. Good for that cat.
Yeah.
I wonder if people brought presents for the cat.
Oh, of course they did. You know that.
I think you would have had to, right?
Yep. Back scratcher, catnip.
What gift would you bring? If you had to pick a gift to bring for this
For
cat.
a quinceañera?
Yeah, for a cat.
Oh my gosh, I would probably go for. I'd be like, it's a quinceañera. It's a big birthday, right? So I would definitely go for. I wouldn't want to get a scratching post because I don't know how much space they have in their home or what their aesthetic is. So I definitely have to go for some sort of toy. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like what our cat's like. Well, our cat, singular now, likes the laser. They like the little balls with the bells in them.
The boys with the bells and the bells with the balls.
I'd probably get him that mouse, that electronic mouse that rolls around that they have to chase. That'd be fun, yeah. That.
Okay.
A bag of honey mustard mice. Say?
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
Bring lasagna.
You'd bring lasagna. I
like it.
I would get the kitty a $25 gift card to Chewy, and then I would walk up to the cat behind the parent's back, and I'd be like, "Here's a little kitty cat CBD tree. You become a man today."
No. That's when you're like, here's the CBD treat. It's gonna make this whole quinceañera feel a lot better.
Right.
And I just sneak it behind the parents so they don't even know I did it. No, I'm kidding. I would never do that.
Ridiculous. All right.
I wonder how that cat lived to 15 years. Did it just do what it wanted all the time?
Lots of cats live to the 15 years.
Because cats do what they want whenever they want.
Yeah, Ethel said so, right?
Yeah, Ethel said that's the
Ethel
secret
said,
to living forever.
well, no, Ethel said, don't argue. I listen, and then I do what I like. So our cats don't live forever, Pseudo, because our cats argue back.
They do. They're not complacent. I want more complacent cats.
Like, if you look at Grim and he's meowing at you and you say no, he'll meow and it's a yes.
Yeah, he'll argue back and forth. It'll turn into an argument, too. It'll go on for hours.
In the middle of the night, he'll start meowing and I'm like, there's plenty of room to cuddle, just hop up. And he's like, but I want to cuddle in your arm and the dog's there and this is unacceptable.
Well, then you play classical music.
You play classical music.
Pseudo lost his little couch blankie on the floor, and that's where Grim is laying right now. So.
Yeah, I do usually have a blankie, and it like Pseudo on his blankie, Pseudo on his blankie.
But Grim stole it. It's been sacrificed to appease his meowiness.
It's how we shut him up tonight. We put a towel in his mouth. Hashtag Diddy.
Well, Pseudo couldn't give him a CBD treat to calm him down because then he would get weirded out and be paranoid and then be crying even louder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grim responds to CBD very negatively.
Oh, he doesn't like it.
Yeah,
No.
when we moved, we got the animals the little CBD treats for the big haul. Because we had
For the long drive.
The long part. The dog didn't need it, but the cats needed it for the long drive. So we gave them both the treats, and Sinister, fine as a whistle. Just hanging out, chilling, like not a problem in the world.
My favorite animal that ever did animal.
Grim?
R.I.P.
And I don't know if you've ever known this, but cats can shit themselves. Like, shit on themselves. Not like, oh, I squatted and popped the poop. Like, no. The poop comes out, and it, like, smears into them. Because their tail's down. Grim shit himself.
He did not.
Didn't he shit himself?
He was not covered in shit.
Oh, no. He shit in the towel.
Yes.
He didn't shit himself. Never mind.
He got scared and shit on the towel in his. But to be fair, we didn't even have them in crates. We had like a full cage in the back of the car with like a litter box and everything. Like they were taken care of.
Yeah,
anyway,
they had the space of the whole back of the car.
Sinister, rest his soul, he was the best animal that ever did animal, and I miss him, was fine. Grim was like, what is happening? Ah! And it wasn't the drive, it was the CBD. It made it so much worse.
Paranoid,
Yeah.
We used to be able to administer to Sinister.
So if Grim went to this cat's quinceanera, no CBD treats for Grim.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we ready for question number 6?
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a high-profile murder case going on in Australia right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Where a woman is facing 3 charges of murder and 1 charge of attempted murder.
Attempted murder.
So 3 of the people who died and the 1 person that almost died are family members of her estranged husband.
Ooh.
How do you think these people died? Let's start there.
Poison.
Yeah.
Poison. Poison in bread.
Poison in beef Wellington.
Oh, I'm really close. I'm on fire right now. Okay.
Yeah, so several of her estranged husband's relatives died because they were poisoned with death cap mushrooms.
Wow.
Which are among the most poisonous mushrooms in the world.
Oh, that's terrible.
Here's the next thing. So she is claiming to be innocent. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she is?
No. 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 And if she is, you know what? She isn't. The jury's out.
So what happened is, I'll get into some of the details.
The gritty, nitty gritty.
Yeah, in July of 2023, she invited several guests to her home for lunch because she wanted to talk about. You guys, okay. She wanted to talk about like a health issue and whether she should tell the kids or not. So she invited these people over under the pretense of like, hey, I have cancer and I need your guidance on how to break it to the kids. Okay. Now, she's been separated from her husband for a while, but they've generally been on good terms. Okay, so ultimately their relationship was generally good. Up until more recently where there's been more disputes when it comes to like child support. She said he had to pay more and he said okay, but then she still wasn't satisfied with that, saying that there were issues with like school fees and all of that, to the point where the husband's like, well, let's hire a mediator. Let's figure this out.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Reasonable.
To the point, like, I mean, like, they have gotten along to the point where, like, they still take family vacations together with the kids.
Yeah.
Okay? Even though they're separated. But things have gone downhill more recently with child support stuff. So, anyway, she invites her ex-husband, well, estranged husband, over, his parents and his aunt and uncle for an adults-only lunch to discuss these medical issues she's facing.
These issues?
Her ex-husband was uncomfortable because of the issues they've been having with the finances and said he wouldn't attend. And she's like, oh my gosh, I've been like so stressed out. I bought all this stuff. I've been preparing lunch all week. Like, I really wish everyone could be there. And he's like, nah, B. Right? Absolutely. I'm not going. But his parents still went, and his aunt and uncle still went. And he said, no, the ex-husband said that was actually weird for her to have, like, she didn't really have guests over her house. So after lunch, all 4 of her lunch guests were hospitalized with gastrointestinal symptoms the day after the meal. 3 of them died the following week, all from liver function and multiple organ failure. Now, she says she did not deliberately poison her guests. She bought the mushrooms from a grocery store, fresh mushrooms from a grocery store, and dried mushrooms from an Asian store, but didn't remember which one. To the point where investigators went to every Asian store in the area and have not found dried mushrooms. She lied to the police about owning a dehydrator, and she lied to police about foraging for mushrooms. And death calf mushrooms have been known to be growing in this area a lot more regularly, to the point where it's been like noted on numerous websites.
Oh, this woman did this. This is a like.
There's more.
I already closed the book on this. The jury.
She said, well, I got sick too. But they believe that she faked this illness because there's no signs of mushroom poisoning in her system. Furthermore, there's no records of her ever receiving a cancer diagnosis.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Smokes.
Mm-hmm.
This is unbelievable.
Oh.
This is
my
exciting.
God. Yeah.
I can't wait for the documentary.
Listen, I know.
I can't wait for the documentary and the podcast on this. Like, who's gonna make up?
You could get sick within like 24 to 48 hours from this. So, and then like die very quickly thereafter. So like, the husband had been in contact with his family members about them being sick, and that they all had the same symptoms. Like, had brought his aunt and uncle to the hospital. His parents had called an ambulance to go, and like, something that was told to him was like, his aunt had mentioned, like, it's weird because she had 2 big black plates. She brought the beef Wellingtons on and 1 smaller gray one, and she ate from the smaller one.
Damn.
Children ate leftovers, so they were insisting on the children getting tested, and she was freaking out about not wanting to take them out of school, saying, well, they don't like the vegetables, so I took off the breading and the mushrooms. They only ate the meat. Kids aren't sick. Meaning, okay, so now it sounds like you had a separate dish that did not have poisoned mushrooms in it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm just. This is.
Riveting, right?
I can't wait for. What town did this? What town? What's the name of the town?
Well, it's a small town in Australia.
Well, we need to know the town because small town murder is going to do a thing.
Okay,
and I want to know it.
Well, maybe not. They do murder. They do it here in the U.S.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so let's see. It's Leongatha, which is a town of 6,000 people. It's about 85 miles from Melbourne.
Damn. JR, what's your thoughts on this? Do you?
Speechless. I just think this whole thing is bizarre. I mean,
Right?
Bizarre
Yeah.
murder.
It goes from one thing to the next, and then she's lying about it.
You know what I'm gonna say?
Believing her lies.
Yeah.
We need. I don't know. I can't wait for the podcast on this. But I'm gonna listen to one. I'll probably watch a true crime series on a documentary on YouTube or Netflix. But more excited for the podcast. Podcasts go deeper into this stuff.
For me, the
Small town
clincher.
murders.
For me, the clincher is the fact that there's no record of her being diagnosed with cancer in mid 2023, and furthermore, they have a Victorian cancer registry, and diagnoses of cancer are legally required to be reported there, and there's no record of it on the Victorian cancer registry. Here's my thing. In my mind, there's no doubt she's guilty. No doubt, in my mind. But, like...
Do you guys think she's guilty or not?
I do.
Or is this going to be a case where if the glove does not fit, you shall acquit?
Glove does not fit, you shall quit.
Oh, well.
How did she think she was going to get away with this? She doesn't have cancer. You serve things on different plates. It doesn't kill you fast enough that you couldn't tell people this. They were all at your house. Like, they tested for this and found this. They're known to be growing in the area. These death cap mushrooms were somebody said that they saw them growing and put out a warning, and there was evidence of this woman having driven to that town around that time and buying a dehydrator, lying to the cops about foraging and all of that.
So one in the comments say, what would the movie title for this be called? And I already have it. It's called What's Beef? What's beef? You use the Biggie Small song, What's Beef? When you can't sleep and you got...
I'd think it would be called Death Cap. A
Death
legend
Cap.
of lunch and murder.
Oh,
I like it.
Or the luncheon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Death Cap, the luncheon.
Death Cap.
Yeah, so the Victoria Department of Health actually had issued an advisory warning that death cap mushrooms were growing in the state just months before this woman had her relatives over for lunch.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So they said this is a really high profile case.
Well, you would call the movie Shroom. Shroom.
I like it.
Shroom.
I like it.
I like
But
it too.
this
Simple.
poor estranged husband, because it's like they were generally getting along. Their kids were happy. They have talks. He wasn't like, he didn't say no to the initial increase in child support, but like she wants more. Like, what was going on that brought her to this point where like both of his parents are dead and his aunt's dead?
All I'm gonna say is, if you're a dad out there and you want to argue about child support with the mother, please be careful. Please be careful. The beef is real.
I'm sorry. Also,
the beef is real.
They have two. They have two children who are at the time were 9 and 14. So like, did you really thought you were gonna get away with this?
Yeah, like a JR yawn. Yes.
So they said the case is so high profile that there will be a 15-person jury,
15 people,
including 3 alternates, and they will be sequestered during deliberations to, quote, to protect them from any interference or outside pressure and to safeguard the integrity of their verdicts. This is like a really huge case going on.
Yeah, this is huge out there, huh?
Yeah. I got this all from an NPR article written by Rachel Treisman, by the way.
Rachel Treisman.
Thank you, Rachel.
She tries men for the first time.
Isn't this wild?
Yeah.
Do you think she's guilty, JR?
JR,
yeah, I do think she's guilty. I do.
Are you guilty of making an assumption?
No.
JR, when you visit us in Indy, I'm gonna make beef Wellington.
And we're gonna take you to Goodyear.
I will fast the whole
All right.
Heard that, MK, right?
MK, when you visit us in Indy, I'm gonna make beef Wellington.
Don't worry, it'll be a delight.
This is another story I intend to follow because I was riveted. Obviously, I read very extensively into this one.
She's totally gonna put red berries in it because that's the poisonous thing that grows out here, I think.
I don't know. I mean, death cap mushrooms do grow in North America.
Oh, that's cool. Don't Google it.
I'm not going to. It's in the article.
Okay.
Besides, why would I do that? I have this article. I've talked about it on a podcast. I told them I'm going to feed them beef Wellington. Why would I do that? I'm just asking to get caught. I'd obviously feed them something different.
it's still food. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Be careful when you're watching.
Eyebrows up. I'm watching you guys. Oh, you can't see the voice in the back of the room. So you can't
All
see
I'm gonna say is
Yeah, death cap mushrooms grow in Europe, Australia,
share
and
that link or there's repercussions.
yeah, death cap mushrooms grow in Europe, Australia, and North America. Illness starts like vomiting, diarrhea, stomach cramps occurs between 6 to 24 hours after consumption, and it could be fatal within 48 hours. Half a cap or less of a death cap mushroom is known to be fatal.
Wow.
Damn.
And they said that they hadn't given the family like the antidote sooner because they didn't think it was like a poisoning. They thought they were having a gastrointestinal illness initially.
All right.
MK said eyebrows up. I'm watching you guys.
All right, you guys, you want to call it at that?
You want to call it at that, or do you want to do one more?
Let's call it at that.
Okay.
Let's call it at that. My butt's hurting. We've been sitting here for a while. JR, you ready to say your outro and then we dance off?
Sure.
By the way, Pseudo on the Move is out. Good episode of Trippy E's in it. Shout out to my buddy. My buddy. Yeah. Go stream Feel Me. That's what I'm going to promote this week. Pseudo the Beatguy, Feel Me. Go stream it. The music video's on YouTube. Shout out to Dark Flow Media for the production, MK for the producer stuff, and yeah, we're and Strangers helped with that, and Julia's on that. So, yeah.
Well, everyone, you have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us. Like, subscribe, and the voice in the back of the room have anything to say, please.
Tune in next week if you want to hear about what's going on at the Chicago Field Museum next year.
Boom. Hey, guess what, guys? As soon as the music starts, I'm gonna fart.
Talk to me, oh, oh.